best athletes in Canada and the United States will go head-to-head tonight for the 6th CANUSA Classic. And Smash Wrestling is happy to be coming to you from London, Ontario, the Western Fair District, home to CANUSA tonight. My name is Casey Andrews, calling the action tonight, and Team Canada absolutely stacked. Team USA bringing the opposition as well, and what a phenomenal main event we have tonight. The Demon Rosemary versus Jessicka with the Bunny calling it right down the middle. Let's get into the action.
Introducing first, representing Team Canada, from Exeter, Ontario, the Ballroom Blitzman, Miley.
Well, Miley's been having quite the year since the return of Smash Wrestling in August of 2022, challenging for the title on multiple opportunities, making statements everywhere she goes, and she's looking to get Team Canada off strong with a victory, but she's got a very capable opponent standing across the ring from her tonight.
And her opponent, representing Team USA, from Youngstown, Ohio, this is Zoey.
Youngstown, Ohio, Zoey Skye representing Team USA and looking to get her team off on a very good start tonight. Two very game competitors. I spoke to both before the show, and both understand the importance of starting the show off with a win. But the question is, who's it gonna be? There can be only one opening salvo. Will it be Miley? Will it be Zoey Skye? We are about to find out as our show, CANUSA number 6, is underway. And the London, Ontario crowd, possibly a little biased being in Canada, but looking to get under the skin of Zoey Skye a little bit here. It does appear we do have a Team USA supporter in the front row, which I don't know how we got that guy a ticket, but. And the opening bell is underway. CANUSA 2023, and Zoey Skye playing her game, setting her pace. She is here to point out that she will get the match started when she's ready. Now, she did tell the referee she was ready, hence the ringing of the bell. And Miley's an interesting character. She's got a lot of energy. She always shows up with all this energy, and if she doesn't get that energy out soon, it can work to her disadvantage. But Zoey Skye looking to slow the pace down almost immediately here. Zoey Skye needs to be careful here. Referee already at a 5 count here. You don't want to get counted out before you even touch your opponent. Ooh, Zoey Skye now. A little bit of shoving here, a little bit of mind games from... Now, this is another interesting situation. It's very rare where Miley is in a position where she's the larger athlete, but the Ballroom Blitzman actually has a bit of a size advantage on the smaller Zoey Skye. We'll see how that plays out for her. Now, Zoey Skye looking for an opportunity here for a handshake, looking for a little sportsmanship to start things off here. Tensions between Canada and USA at an all-time high here as the handshake. Oh, and just like that, Zoey Skye, you never want to see it, but there it is, a quick headlock, and all of a sudden Miley turns the tables using that size advantage. Zoey Skye now looking for a way out of this headlock. It sends her off, going for that big tackle, but Miley just locks that headlock right back on there. If it's working, keep it going for you. Zoey Skye looking for a way out of this here. And Miley doesn't let her go. Gets that headlock right back on. If she has it, she might have to drag Miley all the way back to Youngstown, Ohio with her here. Zoey Skye, oh, big handful of hair here. Referee doesn't see it. Miley, once again, boot to the gut here. Rolls through. Got to be careful here. Almost a 3 count. Miley got stacked up out of nowhere there. Ooh, and Zoey Skye takes advantage of Miley's momentum there. Ooh, and inside out with the drop kick. Boom, massive forearm there from Zoey Skye. Comes all the way across the ring. Miley now on Dream Street, going for that basement drop kick, but Miley gets out of the way. Big tackle. The ballroom Blitzen's getting moving now, and momentum is her best friend. Ducks a big clothesline and a massive tackle. Down goes Zoey Skye again, and she is out of there. One point for Miley. Zoey Skye looking to take a little bit of a breather on the floor out here at the Western Fair District. Trying to send her supporter in to do her dirty work, it appears like. Taking a look here once again. Ooh, inside out, and Zoey Skye hit that beautiful, almost a rope-assisted drop kick there before things all went sideways on her. But this is what you need to do with Miley. You need to slow her down, get her off her game, and then just kick her right in the face. Oh, massive neck breaker using the ropes. Those are cables, everybody. That doesn't feel good, jarring your spine on the ropes. 1, 2, could be an early night. No, Zoey Skye couldn't keep her down for 3. A bit of a lackadaisical cover, focusing more on Miley's legs and not so much on her shoulders. Zoey Skye now talking a lot of trash for someone who just spent a lot of time on the outside of the ring, but 2 boots right in the back of Miley there, cutting off her airflow. And the crowd here at the Western Fair District getting under Zoey Skye's skin, letting her know it's not going to be an easy night. Miley reeling in the corner now, a massive forearm. Zoey Skye is small, but she is mighty. A lot of power behind those forearm shots there tonight. Ooh, and a massive knife edge chop, the first of the evening. Miley on Dream Street now, and Zoey Skye looking to pull her head off and bring it home to Youngstown. Now Miley here in some type of way, but trying to get the London, Ontario crowd behind her here. Hits the ropes, and Zoey Skye follows her in, closes the distance immediately with another forearm, and right back down to the mat and a boot to the back. 2, this could be it. Miley just gets out the back door at the last second. Zoey Skye much higher on the shoulders that time. Very warm inside the Western Fair District as well. This could play into the stamina of the ladies in this match here tonight, but so far, Zoey Skye in firm control, making sure Miley's got her face showing for that close-up, using all of the referee's 4 count there. Zoey Skye reminding the referee that she does have until 5 there. Sends Miley through the ropes out to the floor. Now be careful here. Oh, another knife edge chop. Blowing all of the wind out of the sails of Miley here. Skye taking Miley around the ring here. Another massive chop as Miley is reeling, but I think Miley might be getting a little mad here. Ooh, Miley now fires back. And a chop of her own. Zoey Skye doesn't like it when it's happening to her, asking our camera crew for help. Oh my goodness, another massive knife edge. Zoey Skye now feeling what Miley was feeling just moments ago. Panic, desperation, and the need to throw a boot. And another chop now, just lighting Miley up in the ropes. Miley reeling a little bit here. Zoey Skye just burying forearms into the chest and neck of Miley here. And a massive, hair pull. Let's call it what it was here. There's no one to call me on my BS today. 2 count to Miley there. Zoey Skye looking to sink a chin lock in deep here, putting all of her weight on the back of Miley, who's desperately looking for a way out. She's searching the whole room for a way out, and it looks like she may find it. Uh-oh, Zoey Skye on her back here, runs her into the corner. But Zoey Skye hanging on. Miley now into another corner, finally gets her off her back here. Comes in with a massive splash. She begins her momentum. A hip attack in the corner. Zoey Skye going for a German suplex there, but Miley elbows her way out. Going for a big monkey flip. Could that be it? Miley with the cover. 1, 2. Zoey Skye out at the last second. Miley now got a headlock firmly in there. Hangs onto the rope. Zoey Skye comes in, catches the boot. Big boot to the side of the head. Might have caught Miley on the ear there, taking out her equilibrium. Zoey Skye hits the ropes. Oh, just misses. In a precarious position. 2 boots right to the face. Miley hits her with that one. Now she needs to get on Zoey Skye. Zoey Skye has proven she has very good ability to recover, but Miley is up in the high rent district. Taking a huge opportunity, almost lost her footing there. She's up on the top. Massive crossbody, 1, 2, no! Zoey Skye out at just the last moment. Almost disastrous, that's why they call it a high risk move. Here's Miley hitting the ropes. 2 boots right to the face of Zoey Skye to set up that massive crossbody. Ooh, and Zoey Skye just slapping Miley right in the face. Lung blower. Miley just gasping for breath here. 2, no, just out at the last second here. The referee telling Zoey Skye it doesn't get much closer unless you get that 3 count. Looking like Zoey Skye may get a win for Team USA here if the damage continues to Miley. Using lots of time, though, talking to the London, Ontario crowd. She is up on the top rope. Uh-oh. Miley pulls her off here. Ooh, massive face first. Face buster, and Zoey Skye almost on instinct, rolling to the floor. The smartest thing she could do here. And Zoey Skye is out. Miley needs to get dead weight back in the ring to get that win. She doesn't want to get the win via count out here. Let's go. Zoey Skye on Dream Street. If Miley can get in there and pin her, that might be all she wrote here. Miley taking her time, though, showing the wear and tear. Oh, and a massive knee. Right to the mouth of Miley. Skye from the top, from the middle rope there, right to the back. And now Zoey Skye finds herself in Miley's position as we take a look again. Massive face buster there, and that would have been it if Zoey Skye didn't create some distance, which she did. And now trying to get Miley back into the ring here. Miley looking to just recover a little bit more on the floor, get her wits about her, but Zoey Skye is all over here trying to get her into the ring, trying to wrap this match up and get a victory for Team USA to kick off CANUSA 2023. Zoey Skye heading up to the high rent district here, a high risk maneuver to be sure, diving towards Miley and nobody home there. Charging in, Miley ducks underneath, all of a sudden hooks her up. We've seen this before. Oh, spinning Fisherman's Buster 2. That's going to be it. Miley with the victory to kick off CANUSA with a win for Team Canada. And a huge victory there for Miley, a statement-making victory, starting Team Canada off with a victory over a very game Zoey Skye. As we take a look back here, Miley with that swinging Fisherman's Buster. And you hear ring announcer Dustin there. 1-0 Canada to kick off CANUSA 2023. Skye looks shocked and grabs Miley by the hair. Hold on now, we don't need this kind of chicanery. Hold on now, Skye, maybe just a little overcome with emotion, offering a handshake now. Accepted by Miley. Two competitors fighting hard for their countries, and I don't think we've seen the last of these two in Smash Wrestling. Perhaps a rematch down the road as Miley celebrates a massive victory. The score 1 for Team Canada, 0 for Team USA. Well, with a 1-0 lead, Canada looks to keep the move rolling with Alexia Nicole, who is on quite a roll in Canada lately. Having an opportunity recently on AEW television and so much more. The former Femme Fatale Women's Champion is looking to regain a little bit of that momentum. And a victory here to make it 2-0 for Canada would be just the ticket. Once again, though, the United States offering quite the opposition. Here comes
representing Team USA from California. This is Dream Girl Ellie.
And Dream Girl Ellie for the United States has arrived. A relatively late addition to the card. She was the 5th competitor announced for Team USA, and she is looking to make a statement here tonight. She wants to point out that just because she was a late addition to the card doesn't mean that she should be an afterthought here, as some have listed her online here. So, and right underway, Dream Girl Ellie trying to get a jump on Alexia Nicole, but you got to be pretty quick for that. Double knees by Alexia Nicole takes down Ellie. And Ellie fires up here, trying to get the jump on Alexia Nicole. Multiple shots there, Alexia Nicole taking down Dream Girl Ellie here, sends her across the ring, up and over. Alexia Nicole using her speed, takes down, shotgun drop kick, sends her across. 2 knees directly to the shoulders and chest of Dream Girl Ellie, and a massive suplex. Alexia Nicole on fire here, looking to make it 2-0 for Team Canada. Dream Girl Ellie looking for a timeout. I don't know if it's her first day in professional wrestling, but there are no timeouts. The referee going to continue his count here. Now, this is something that we saw in the last match as well with Zoey Skye, looking to create a little bit of distance and baits in Alexia Nicole here. And a big boot to the side of the head could be over early for Alexia Nicole. Smart from Dream Girl Ellie here as she gets back into the ring. Ellie now using them long legs. Keep the distance between her and Alexia while also cutting off the windpipe of Alexia Nicole here. Massive forearms now. Ellie coming in with a bit of a chip on her shoulder here. She feels like she was a bit of an afterthought for Team USA. Looking to prove that, oh! The outside of the foot, you don't see that very often, to the forearm, and then 2 shots. Almost a basement double drop kick there. Ellie spinning around. Ooh, big forearm there, clothesline. 1, 2, could be it, no. A very damaging strike, but not enough to put Alexia Nicole away just yet, as Dream Girl Ellie trying to get herself on the board here. Now Ellie locked in a chin lock here. Massive elbows here from Alexia Nicole, putting everything she's got in those, trying to get out, but Ellie just pulls the hair and down she goes. And once again with the hair, the referee needs to keep an eye on this. Illegal tactics, to be sure. And Ellie now just draping her shin across the throat of Alexia Nicole, putting her between a rock and a hard place there with that rope. Alexia Nicole just gasping for air here, catches a boot to the back of the head. Dream Girl Ellie almost playing with her food now. Almost arrogant in the way she's putting those boots out, and she better be careful because when Alexia Nicole gets mad, it can be ugly. Oh, thunderous overhand chop, ringing through the Western Fair District here. Dream Girl Ellie needs to stay on Alexia Nicole here. Another massive chop to the chest, and Alexia Nicole feeling all of that there. Just a thrust to the throat as Alexia Nicole tries to build some sort of distance. Ellie just mocking the fans here at the Western Fair District. Looking to get the U.S. on the board. Going for another big chop, and she misses it now. Alexia Nicole fires away. Numerous chops. One after another, just lighting up Dream Girl Ellie, but then eats a massive clothesline. Ellie is done playing. Standing on the hair and just pulling on the arms here. Using all of the referee's count here for some more unsavory tactics, and look out, you don't put your hands on referee Cody Ireland. Dream Girl Ellie needs to be careful she doesn't get herself disqualified. She definitely wouldn't be asked back to CANUSA if she cost USA another win. Ellie now once again just prodding at Alexia Nicole. Seems to have her right where she wants her. She's got her by the arms now, and oh my goodness, just pulls her into the ropes. Multiple damaging strikes and more to the throat of Alexia Nicole. She may be in deeper water than expected here. A huge forearm shiver across the chest, but Alexia fires back now. Ellie with one of her own. And Alexia answers the call. Ellie with one. Alexia with one. These girls gaining some distance. Bypass, double hair pull, and down they both go. Fired right back up, and a double clothesline. Down go both athletes, and we are at a standstill. Referee starting his count now. Both athletes taking the opportunity to catch their breath, find their capacity. Ellie asking for a timeout again, not gonna find it here. Cody Ireland at 7. He's up at 8 here as both competitors up to their feet. Oh, a massive slap across the face. And another one. Alexia Nicole may be out on her feet. Oh, she ducks it. Axe bomber, no honor in this one. Double ducks the clothesline, boot to the leg. And a code breaker by Alexia here as Dream Girl Ellie looking to get out of dodge. In she goes, 2, no, okay. By a fingertip, Dream Girl Ellie saves this match by a literal fingertip here. We've got one person chanting USA. Must have took a left turn at Albuquerque here as a big boot to the side of the head takes Alexia Nicole back down here. Ellie is reeling, but she is currently in control. Heading up to Brett's rope now. Dream Girl Ellie with a big elbow drop there. Getting some air, just gets out the back door, 2.9. As we take a look at the replay here, off the middle rope, right across the chest of Alexia and Nicole. And if that can't do it, Dream Girl Ellie, you gotta be wondering what could do it here. Got the arms butterflied now. Alexia rolls out, looking for that, not a backslide, a gory special into, oh my goodness. Gotta be it, 2, no! Ellie out at just the last second there, and both of these women have just narrowly escaped defeat in this one. Alexia and Nicole seems to be done playing at this point. Dream Girl Ellie. Oh, stomps on the toes, a poke to the eye and a boot to the side of the head. Referee Cody Ireland. Can't believe the amount of, oh. Well, I'm terrified. 2 boots right to the middle of the torso. Dream Girl Ellie's got her hooked, face buster. 1, 2, that is it.
Dream Girl Ellie. With this victory, the score is now tied at 1.
And Dream Girl Ellie ties it up with a massive drop kick to the chest of Alexia and Nicole, and then a sit-out face buster there. USA and Canada all tied up. And Dream Girl Ellie proving that even though she was a late addition to the card, she may be one of Team USA's most valuable assets in this one. The score stands, USA 1, Team Canada 1. In an industry where the word legend is thrown around willy-nilly, one person who doesn't get the title enough is LuFisto. One of Canada's best-kept secrets, one of the most phenomenal athletes, one of the most phenomenal professional wrestlers to grace the ring, male or female. And with the score knotted 1-1, I couldn't think of a better pick for Team Canada to send out. Santana Garrett and a very tough individual in her own right, Janai Kai, coming to us from Washington, D.C., representing Team USA. And if there's anybody who won't be shook by the legend that is LuFisto, Janai Kai could be the one to fit the bill. A very phenomenal matchup to find out who's going to break the tie here as we head into our next contest. She might have been talking to me there. And we are underway here with the third match in CANUSA 2023. The legend of LuFisto. The hands and feet of Janai Kai. I don't know about you, but I am fired up for this one. Looking like we might see some fisticuffs here instead of a standard pro wrestling match. Janai Kai has the reach advantage. LuFisto firing up here. Janai Kai offering the leg to LuFisto here. LuFisto throwing a fist here. Oh, and Janai Kai showing her why you don't go hand to hand or foot to foot in this case. LuFisto saying, not doing that again. Let's lock up and see what we can do here as the collar and elbow tie-up is upon us. Match number 3 in CANUSA underway. Nice top wrist lock there from LuFisto, trying to cut down the height advantage of Janai Kai, who goes behind with a wrist lock there. LuFisto. Drop toe hold, everyone's the same height on the ground. Janai Kai might have popped her nose on the mat immediately there. Rolls over, uses her length to get to the ropes. Force a break. We are at a stalemate here. LuFisto, Janai Kai. I would say Kai at this point has the advantage in the striking department. LuFisto out wrestling her. Go behind there by Kai. Waist lock on LuFisto, using her low vertical base, looking for a leg to reach for there. LuFisto saying she's going to use what she brought to the table, and there it is. Headbutts to the arm now. Looking to take that striking power away from Kai, but those long legs back into a headlock here. Janai Kai just looking to ground LuFisto down here. Palm strikes to the midsection, sends Kai off. Goes for that big tackle and takes LuFisto down. Underneath, LuFisto drives past. Ooh, and a massive shot to the back there. Kai wasn't expecting that. LuFisto hits the ropes here. Big boot to the side of the head. And LuFisto gets a moment here. As we take a look there again, that big boot might have kicked the rope into Janai Kai's head there. Ooh, and right across the small of the back. Spinal problems. They can cause major problems, and front row seat for Janai Kai. Oh! Now that may be classified as outside interference, but on the Team Canada side, I'm not going to say anything to the referee in the middle of the match. May mention it to him later on. Kai now firing up. Throwing hands back at LuFisto and catches one right across the face for her troubles. LuFisto now has somebody's cane. I mean, the referee needs to get a hold of this here. That is a foreign object. Come on, referee, do your job. Well, LuFisto having a little bit of fun with the referee there. Oh my goodness, Janai Kai has had she's had enough. She doesn't like being treated as a joke, and as you can see there, she's firing away now. Trying to throw LuFisto's head into the post there, and you're gonna have to go a little quicker than that to get LuFisto into the ring post. Back into the ring where the victories happen. Ooh, a massive kick to the chest of Janai Kai here, taking that wind out of her sails. And now LuFisto using the bottom of her shoe. Trying to butter up the referee. It looks like it might be working, actually. Giving Janai Kai time, though. You don't want to give her too much time or distance, because that's how you get kicked in the head. LuFisto showing her concern for Janai Kai here with the possibility. lefts and rights to the midsection here as we've got company joining us on commentary after her big win in match 1. Miley, welcome to the booth.
Hi, thank you for welcoming me. This feels great and rough all at once.
Massive chop by LuFisto. Congratulations on your victory in the very first match, opening it up for Team Canada.
Absolutely. I'm super proud right now, especially watching LuFisto. Oh my God.
We've got an opportunity here for LuFisto to make it 2-1 for Team Canada, but she's playing a lot of mind games here with those knife edge chops. You know them all too well. They do not feel good.
She is the toughest one in all of Canada. Oh my goodness.
LuFisto has a lot of, oh my goodness, massive boot right to the side of the head. 1, 2, oh no, not even a 2 count though.
That's an unnatural kick.
Janai Kai using all of her distance, her long limbs to keep that distance and to strike LuFisto down. Now Kai in full control here. LuFisto playing some games, having some fun with the referee earlier, but now is the time. Oh my goodness, that one might have caught LuFisto right in the throat. And now just a bare foot across the face. Miley, have you ever had a bare foot shoved in your face in a match there?
No, I would never want to see that. I don't want to feel that. Holy.
I mean, the floor, there's dirt everywhere. There's probably some dirt in LuFisto's eyes now. Could work to Janai Kai's favor here. Massive. Oh my goodness, before I could even call the snapmare, there was a shin snapping across LuFisto's spine.
Whoa.
And another one.
Full weapons there.
Oh. And the sound, it just, it sounds like a whip across the back of LuFisto here.
How is she going to walk after
1,
this?
2, look out. Oh. No, LuFisto just gets that shoulder out at the last minute there. Taking a look at this match, Miley, as we take a look at the replay here. Big boot to the side of the head. How glad are you that this is not an elimination tournament and it's just a one-on-one contest here?
I'm very lucky today. I had a brutal opponent, but this is just next level.
Saw a little bit of respect from Zoey Skye there as well. Would you want to tangle with Zoey Skye again in the future?
You know what? At the sign of respect at the end, I would go again.
Is it too soon?
A little too soon.
Janai Kai here looking to tie up LuFisto's arm as the crowd rallies behind her here. Locks in a chin lock now. Hold on here. LuFisto all kinds of tied up here. Janai Kai just looking to tie her up and choke her out here.
That's just straight up contortion.
LuFisto here, we need to be careful that arm doesn't slip under the chin into a chokehold here. LuFisto now, oh, that's 1. If the referee gets to 3, this one is over. That's 2, and it's not getting any looser. LuFisto, the disrespect.
Oh, she is in this.
Referee Steve Sorensen getting a whole bunch of birds for his birthday. It's not his birthday, that's fine. LuFisto now, firing up. Fun is fun, but you don't mess with someone as hardcore as LuFisto.
Oh, she's not gonna take this.
Janai Kai now trying multiple strikes, and LuFisto, we're in trouble now.
Oh.
Massive back fist. Big clothesline. Another one. LuFisto body slam here. Takes Skye down. Riding that momentum, Miley, with a big leg drop.
You do not mess with the force of LuFisto.
Whoa, but not a bit of a lackadaisical cover from LuFisto there. Didn't have any weight across Janai Kai's shoulders there, Miley. Now, one thing I mentioned here is July, Miley, it's hot. How hot is it in that ring when you're up there and you're trying to catch your breath and you've got someone whacking you in the chest over and over again?
There's no catching your breath in there from the second you come out of that curtain.
LuFisto now got her by the nose. Oh, and just slaps across. That never feels good. Wipes her Poor referee is having a real time tonight. Janai Kai now with multiple chops. Big running clothesline. This could be it, too. No. Team Canada, Team USA all tied up at 1 here. LuFisto looking to make it one more for Team Canada.
The whole room's behind LuFisto right now.
There's one guy who seems to be supporting the U.S. in the front row. But outside of that, yeah, this is a pretty biased crowd, Miley.
The one guy.
There's always one.
The loudest one in the
going,
room.
oh my goodness.
Oh!
Out of nowhere. Takes her down. 1, 2. No, LuFisto just gets out the back door. But Miley, you'll notice LuFisto's kickouts are getting more and more labored as she takes more damage.
Oh, she's still in this.
Janai Kai here. Got a half Nelson.
Yep.
LuFisto, boot to the knee, kick to the jaw, and then just a back fist. Going for that cover.
Oh,
Kai,
my
gets
goodness.
that right arm up at the last possible millisecond here. If you had to, Miley, which of these competitors would you want to take on?
Oh, LuFisto. She is a dream match for sure.
Should we get you some help for your death wish or what? Oh my goodness! The snowplow out of nowhere. Could be it. No, Janai Kai gets out at the last second there. I thought that was it, Miley. You see it again here. Up and directly down on the head, neck, and shoulders. The fact that Janai Kai kicked out of that one is a small miracle, to say the least. LuFisto now feeling it here. Picks her up. Oh, no. Kai just all over the eyes here. The referee didn't see any of it. Oh. Big boot right to the middle of the back. And a massive half Nelson slam here. And a boot to the back of the head. Could this be it? Janai Kai, 2, 3. That is it.
Oh, my God.
Well, in what must be considered an upset, Miley, Janai Kai catches the knockout blow on LuFisto, and all of a sudden, you're the only one with a victory for Team Canada at CANUSA 2023.
This is stressful. The rest of this show is just going to be a stress fest.
Everybody likes a good underdog story, but LuFisto, legendary for her toughness, but Janai Kai showing that her striking is nothing to be messed with. I'm going to be honest with you, Miley. If I were you, I wouldn't want to be on the other side of the ring from either of these women.
I don't want to be on the receiving end, but man, to share a ring with LuFisto.
Well, and with that in mind, Team Canada down 2-1 in CANUSA 2023. Pick up here. Banks showing that power like a ton of bricks. Up and over. No. Super kick. Sunset. Oh, my goodness. It's the ropes and like only he can. Sends a massive cutter. The rat bastard from Buffalo. Mike is fired up here. Oh, low bridge up. Oh, God. It's mosquito season. And down. Rolls over and massive drop. And there he goes. Spencer caught him though. Stacks him up. Oh! Satellite over. DDT. Wait a second. Oh my God. Look out! 700 on one. Hold on now. Look out! My goodness, Travis. He finally connects. He's going for another one. Fisherman's buster there. Head and arm cravat. You don't see that every day. He's up on the shoulders. Death Valley driver. Down here in London, Ontario, the books that look chaotic. Oh, here we go. Oh, come on. Almost immediately a garbage can.
the winner will be the #1 contender for the Smash Wrestling Championship. Introducing first, representing Team Canada, from Toronto, Ontario, this is Seleziya.
Well, not an admirable spot to be in for Seleziya Sparx with Team Canada down 2-1 in CANUSA 2023. And Miley, this is a competitor that you are all too familiar with.
She is a tough one. She can hit hard, and she's got a lot of confidence. Look at her.
Seleziya Sparx coming in phenomenal shape here. Bit of a chip on her shoulder. She's been kind of grumpy all day. I saw her in the back, and she's got a bit of a chip on her shoulder about being in CANUSA. I don't know if it's representing Canada or what it is, but she's just in a bit of a mood today, Miley.
There's just something about her, like this chain mask she has too. Like this is a brand new Seleziya.
Representing Team USA, from the 4-1-2, one half of the Neon Blondes, Dynamite Dani Mo.
Now, Miley, I feel like I'm seeing a bit of a ghost here. We have not seen Dani Mo in Smash Wrestling in quite some time. One half of the Neon Blondes with Facade, who I actually had my Smash Wrestling debut against. So, very interesting tidbit for you, but Dani Mo showing up here looking to keep this win streak going for Team USA.
The energy is just contagious.
Reminds me of another brightly colored competitor that we saw earlier tonight, Seleziya.
The attitude on Seleziya right now.
She seems a little over it all already here. Seleziya here. And the bell is rung. We are underway. Team USA up 2-1. Dani Mo and Seleziya Sparx looking to tie up here in two very interesting styles here. Seleziya Sparx, as you know, uses power to her advantage and momentum very, very well. Dani Mo looking to use that speed.
I gotta say, I'm Team Canada, but man, Dani Mo is. Look at her go.
We have a little bit of a girl crush, it sounds like here, Miley.
A little bit.
Are we scouting tag team partners? Should I tell Grayson and Matthews to watch out or what?
They might have to keep an eye on it.
Sparx now, just an elbow to the face here.
But seeing her in the ring with Seleziya, I have a lot of confidence in Team Canada right now.
Seleziya, absolutely a capable competitor here as she takes Dani Mo down. Hits the ropes and goes for that basement forearm, but oh my goodness, Dani Mo almost took her out there. Go behind here, quick action to get us started. Dani Mo rolls backwards.
Oh.
Underneath, going for that backslide.
Wow.
Stacks up Seleziya, no, down with two, but Dani Mo hangs on.
These girls are tit for tat right now. They're just back and forth.
And a lucha-style arm drag, Dani Mo using the momentum of Seleziya to take her down. Up and under. And another lucha arm drag. Seleziya doesn't know what's up, down, left, right, Argyle, Westmount. She doesn't know where any of it is here in London tonight. Big block here and into the turnbuckle. Seleziya Sparx gets her moneymaker busted up.
Oh.
Now Dani Mo, under the tutelage of Facade, who uses the ropes like nobody else here. A springboard into a roll-up. And a boot right to the side of the head. Down goes Seleziya Sparx, and she's going to take a breather here. Now a very Team Canada favored crowd here on Dani Mo's side a little bit. Oh, and just like that, Seleziya Sparx dropping Dani Mo right on her face. Miley, you may not know this, Dani Moe did have some reconstructive dental surgery in her past, and that could cost her some issues here.
Oh,
Oh, and an arrogant pin by Seleziya Sparx. You're not going to get the win that way, Seleziya. Come on now.
oh, the disrespect.
And just boots across the face here. Seleziya. She feels like she's just over it all at this point, eh?
Oh, she's not playing around. She's here to win.
Now tell me, Miley, in the back, was there a Team Canada meeting beforehand? Was there any sort of strategy? Did you guys get together to discuss, placement on the card and things of that nature, or was it just kind of everybody was in their own zones?
Everyone's in their own zones, but you know what? Team Canada, there's a lot of camaraderie. Camaraderie. Is that how you say it?
Camaraderie, absolutely. That's Seleziya Sparx is solid, pure muscle, and she had all of her weight across Dani Moe's. Oh my goodness!
That's a hard hit.
Trying to send her head into the Western Fairs Sportsplex, which is across the road. She was swinging for it here. We get another look. Boom! Massive lariat there. That very well could have been a knockout blow. As Seleziya Sparx now just dishing out damage to Dani Moe.
Dani Moe's not taking it. Oh.
This is something that a lot of similarity I'm seeing between you and Dani Moe here, where you don't take it lying down. Ooh! Dani Moe may have caught Seleziya with a little bit of that enziguri, but not all of it.
Chopped right back down.
Now just a foot across the throat here. A return to Smash Wrestling for Dani Moe here. She's looking to walk away with the victory, which would also clinch the victory for Team USA.
This crowd's been so behind Team Canada tonight. To hear them rally behind Dani Moe right now so loud is just, that's a lot of power she's got.
I think that says more about Seleziya Sparx at this point than anything else. Her attitude isn't exactly winning her any fans, even in a Canada versus USA situation, but that suplex may have got her the win, but just barely. Seleziya Sparx needs to focus on her covers more. I said it in her match with you as well. She needs to focus on getting more weight across the shoulders, as she was focused on the midsection there of Dani Moe. But now we see the strength of Seleziya Sparx, that incredible base. And a massive delayed vertical suplex. Could be all she wrote, too, and she just sneaks out the back door. Miley, you've been in that delayed vertical suplex, all the blood rushing to your head, and then that massive impact when you land. Doesn't feel good.
No, it's a tough spot to be in, and Seleziya looks like she's getting real frustrated, and she's not someone you want to be on the opposite end of when she gets frustrated.
Dani Moe in a compromising position. The crowd wants Seleziya to do the delayed suplex one more time, but Dani Moe blocking it now, knows what that could cost her the match. Duck underneath here, big boot to the back of the head, and a boot to the mush of Dani Moe there. Seleziya, she's got the arm. She could lock it in here, but Dani Moe has the arms locked. That is very smart. Clasp those hands, stacking up Seleziya here.
Seleziya is no joke with these submissions.
She's a bit of a magician with them. She gets them on you out of nowhere, and before you know it, you're tapping out because you have no other choice, Miley.
You can't get away from it. When she gets your arm.
Oh, and then across the knee.
Oh.
And another huge lariat.
That has to have taken everything out of her to kick out of that.
Well, and sometimes it just becomes instinct, Miley, and this one, Dani Moe has won over the London crowd here at the Western Fair District, and I don't think the London crowd understands that if Dani Moe picks up the victory, Canada loses, so Seleziya here.
Oh, the disrespect.
I'd hate to say I was shocked, and nobody home, nobody in the pool with the big crossbody there. Dani Moe up to the middle rope, crossbody of her own, and that one connects, but she wasn't able to hold on for the cover. Both women now, as we see Dani Moe take Brett's rope and down across the midsection of Seleziya. Referee Cody Island now up to 4. I believe I said island, I meant Ireland, which is an island, so it's okay.
Ireland.
And that's his last name. Did you not know?
Oh, yes.
Seleziya back up to a vertical base, but using more time jaw jacking than jaw swinging. But she's got Dani up.
Oh, she's got that look in her eyes.
Now Dani's elbowing out though. Firing up here. Oh! Oh my goodness. It's rare when those work, but when they do,
We've got a comedian.
Oh, Dani Moe here, going for a code red. Oh, right on the back of Seleziya's head. And Seleziya just gets out of that one, and Dani Moe got to be wondering what she's got left in the tank at this point.
I think she's still in it. She's going. That crowd's getting her right fired up.
Now, you've been in this scenario before. You've hit every move that you think you know. You haven't been able to secure a 3 count. Do you come up with new moves? Do you try the same move again? Do you go to the top rope? What do you do, Miley?
That is the question. When you're in there, that's what you're thinking.
Oh! High rent district with the spine buster, and Dani Moe just gets out, but hold on. The transition here.
Okay, Team Canada, I think we're about to...
Seleziya has the arm trapped. If she can get that hand across, those hands clinched.
This is a dangerous spot to be in. I've been here, and I've been forced to tap. This is...
Dani Moe, though. Look at her roll her up. Seleziya got it back, though. And if she just clasps those hands, this could be all over.
She's so close to the ropes.
Dani Moe, though, reaching for those ropes. And just gets to them there. Seleziya forced to release the hold, but not wasting any time. She's got her back up. Into the middle turnbuckle there. Seleziya feeling it, fired up now.
What she got
comes across. Oh my goodness! Boots the shoulder of Dani Moe.
She's just breaking down that arm.
Seleziya Sparx, much like women's champion Nikita, when she finds something to focus on, she laser focuses on it. Again, as you know all too well, and hold on here. Not the most legal of tactics, but definitely effective. Hanging Dani Moe up on that top rope. Dani now elbowing out just to survive.
Oh!
Dani Moe now climbing up to that middle rope there. Dangerous place to be this late in the match as she goes up to the top now.
What goes up must come down, and what are we about to see?
Speed plus distance equals power.
Oh,
and
whoa!
Seleziya Sparx hits the ground. Massive top rope Hurricane Rana, and Seleziya Sparx is reeling. Dani Moe got to get something going here. Shades of the Neon Ninja going back to the high rent district here.
Oh, wow.
She's walking the ropes. Oh, a massive forearm. Oh, my. Just like that, Seleziya Sparx breaks the plane.
That ring awareness.
That spot may have been the only thing that stopped her, as that was a full forearm directly across the side of the head.
I really think Dani almost had that.
Seleziya Sparx, no way she's not on Dream Street right now. Dani Moe like a rocket across the ring, driving her entire body into Seleziya Sparx's face. Dani now, Seleziya rolls out of the way. Hip attack to the chest. Going for that code red one more time, but Seleziya into the corner. And down she goes. That could be it.
Okay, Team Canada.
Just like that, Team Canada back in the race here with an incredible matchup. Two very hard-hitting competitors there, Dani Moe, Seleziya Sparx, and well, Seleziya Sparx may have to go grab an ice pack after that one, Miley.
I don't know how she was able to pull that off. There's a whole lot of
A lot of damage done.
Oh, she's coming back
Hold
for
on
more.
The disrespect here. Seleziya is not letting Dani Mo leave with confidence and grace.
I was feeling really proud to be part of Team Canada now that we're up, but come on, Seleziya.
Well, Seleziya calling dibs on her ring, and the Smash Wrestling Women's Championship scene is obviously the most competitive it's ever been between Seleziya and yourself and Smash Wrestling Women's Champion Nikita. 2-2 Team Canada and Team USA as CANUSA Classic rolls on here at the Western Fair in London, Ontario. It's chaos in Chuck Taylor's Miley as Jody Threat has arrived at the Western Fair District, and another competitor you know all too well, but I think it's safe to say that there's no planning for Jody Threat.
No, Jody Threat is the wild child because she's so wild, you have no idea where she is going.
This may be before your time, but there was a term back in the day called whirling dervish, and if there was ever a whirling dervish in professional wrestling, we're looking at Jody Threat.
From Japan, the cutest in the world, Maki Itoh!
Expecting a performance, but I don't know what I was expecting, Miley, as Maki Itoh has arrived in London, Ontario with a title belt that would probably need to be censored on traditional television.
This is very impressive that she's coming out singing and running, and she's not even out of breath.
I mean, maybe that's something to add into your training routine is a little karaoke.
Do you think that's what she does? Do you think she's on the treadmill and she's singing and that's part of it?
Well, either way, we're about to find out what she's got as the crowd chanting happy birthday, as it is indeed Maki Itoh's birthday today, Miley, and she seems surprised the crowd knew that. This should be an interesting clash of styles here, both very, very unpredictable competitors here. Jody Threat rolling out of the leg walk. Almost a 3 count right off the bat there, Miley. As a bit of the wrestling here is more so for head games, I feel like, than it is about actually gaining an upper hand on your opponent. But Maki Itoh in full control of Jody Threat's legs.
I feel like they're feeling each other out right now. You're kind of figuring out your opponent.
Well, and if you're Jody Threat here, you need to get on a vertical base and get moving, because Jody Threat is most dangerous when she's on the move, as you know full well.
Oh, yeah.
Jody Threat fired up. Maki Itoh in rare form here tonight. What a treat for this London crowd. Not part of the tournament. This is a special attraction match. It does not have any bearing on CANUSA.
I do think it says something that we're getting a birthday here. Maki Itoh chose to spend her birthday in Canada. That's a point for Canada for sure.
Absolutely, and it says something about the CANUSA Classic and what it means to women's wrestling, not only in Canada, not only in the United States, but across the world. Maki Itoh now looking to reverse that hammerlock.
Oh.
Going for a fireman's carry, but Jody Threat not letting her have it easy. Jody Threat has the size advantage here, the power advantage for sure. She is a strong, strong woman.
Oh, London's behind Jody.
Boom! Into a wrist lock there. Turns it into a hammer lock. Maki Itoh reaches behind, but Jody Threat says no, thank you. Respectfully gives her a headlock for her troubles. That's an arm lock, my goodness. There she goes into the headlock, and over goes Maki Itoh.
Very strong technical match right now.
Jody Threat bridging out of the head scissors and slides back into that headlock. Not going to be a night off for Maki Itoh in there with Jody Threat tonight. Jody Threat hangs on. Itoh waiting. Jody may run into it eventually, Miley. We've reached a stalemate. Competitors going to tie up one more time here.
Here we go again.
Oh, Jody Threat.
Okay, we're going to try something different now.
Looking for a test of strength.
I wouldn't do a test of strength with Jody Threat.
She is a very strong person, and it doesn't matter if you're the cutest person in the world. You're in there with Jody Threat, and she's got both of your hands. Maki Itoh down now. 1, 2, no, gets one shoulder up, just barely.
Oh.
And bridges back up.
Oh, that takes a lot of strength on its own. Oh my
Uses
goodness.
the momentum, yes, to get Jody Threat back down. Look at that full bridge. Jody
She's
Threat
not
is
going to get
bent
those
in half.
shoulders down, though.
Jody spins out. Itoh reaching for it there. Back into an arm drag. Maki Itoh back up. Jody catches an arm drag of her own, and we have a standoff once again. So far, these two evenly matched, Miley.
Very evenly matched. I don't know where they can go from here. I'm very intrigued to see.
Maki Itoh, a bit of a potty mouth, as we all know.
Oh.
I don't know if we need a musical performance in the middle, but oh! Maki Itoh using that distraction to her advantage. Sends Jody Threat down with a massive back elbow. Don't let her small...
Oh!
Going for that falling headbutt, but Jody Threat done her homework here. Big clothesline in the corner, and you know full well those clotheslines come with a lot of bad intent, even at the best of times, Miley.
They are brutal. You do not want to be trapped in the corner by Jody Threat.
Now looking like Jody Threat here, looking for a vertical suplex. Got it special just for Maki Itoh's birthday.
How old is she? Are we going to count? Oh.
We're going to do squats instead. We got one in, and down goes Maki Itoh. Jody Threat looking to spoil the birthday party. 1, 2, no! Just out at the last minute there. Now, if you're Jody Threat here, what do you do next? What's your game plan? I mean, I know that I'm asking you to get in the head of a mad woman, but over the top and down to the floor she goes. Have you had any chances to chat with Jody Threat? Have you had any chances to talk strategy, or is that something that is kind of off limits after she punched you in the face?
I think it's a little off limits. This woman is wild.
Speaking of punches in the face now, Jody Threat just hurling hands as hard as she can. Maki Itoh a bit on Dream Street here, but coming back. Firing back up. You do not punch the birthday girl in the face. Or maybe you do. I don't know what kids do these days, Miley. Maki Itoh now got her in a waist lock on the floor of the Western Fair District here. Now these two have created a little bit of space on the floor here as Jody Threat got two hands full of Maki Itoh. Well, one at this moment, but
What's she thinking?
I don't know, but she's conspiring with the crowd, and Jody sends her in. Oh! Maki Itoh brushes it off. Jody Threat begging off for peace here.
Oh my goodness.
And Maki Itoh showing that you can throw her head into the post if you want. She'll just do it a few more times. No big deal. She's fired up.
This is a mad woman versus a wild child.
Are we seeing, Miley, what I think we're seeing is two people. Oh! You know, Miley, I don't know what Jody Threat expected, but somehow I feel like it wasn't that.
It's like playing red hands in public school. Just trying to out-crazy each other.
Oh, hey, there it is. Gravity wins the day. Big headbutt right to the midsection of Jody Threat there. Maki Itoh.
That's one tough head.
Up she goes here. Is looking to get them to count. And she kicks out Jody Threat's legs there. Maki Itoh hits the ropes. Boom! Big boot across the side of the head. And Jody Threat may be on Dream Street, Miley. Have you ever seen her in this much trouble?
I've never seen anyone as wild as Jody, and this is very evenly matched right now.
Uh-oh, hold on now.
Oh!
A suspended DDT on the apron.
We've taken a lot of head trauma tonight.
And here, let's take another look now at Maki Itoh dropping that iconic headbutt. Maki Itoh now with the cover on Jody Threat, too, but Jody Threat still too powerful, just rolls Maki Itoh right off.
Yeah, that's no normal kickout. She's got the strength still.
May have been a little bit of instinct, too. I don't think Jody Threat knows what she's going to do next most of the time. But Maki Itoh trying to use the strong legs of Jody Threat here, get her turned over for a Boston Crab. But as you can see, Jody still a little bit left in the tank here. Maki Itoh charging in now, back elbow. Maki Itoh just swinging for the fences with those knockout blows. And a massive pump kick to the side of the head, but Maki Itoh finds her way up. 2 knees to the back. Going for that German suplex. Maki holding on though.
Oh my goodness.
Back elbow. You know, Jody Threat up and Michinoku driver. This could be it. 1, 2, 3, no! Miley, Maki Itoh just got out the last second after this massive Michinoku driver dropped her right on the crown of her head. Put her birthday candles out right quick.
Well, this crowd's getting right behind her, though. They're going to get her back up. They're trying.
Well, I'm hearing a little bit of a split in the crowd, Miley.
I feel like the more you do to Maki Itoh, the more she's going to get back up.
Well,
this is no normal woman.
This London, Ontario crowd as well, loving Jody Threat, almost a hometown hero of sorts.
She's a smash hero.
Absolutely. Itoh rolls through, though, right into a crab, and she gets the Boston Crab on, and it is deep.
Oh my gosh, just sitting on her lower back.
Well, this is where the size disadvantage for Maki Itoh could come into play, as she can't quite get the thighs of Jody Threat off of the mat, so the torque is more on the hips and the knees than it is on the back of Jody Threat here. Jody gets to the ropes. Jody Threat may have been saved by her size advantage in this one, Miley, as Maki Itoh wasn't able to get the most out of that Boston Crab. Jody Threat still feeling it, as we got a birthday girl in the high rent district. Ooh, and just a thrust across the throat. Oh!
Now that's a slam.
The world's strongest slam out of nowhere. Could be it. No, Maki Itoh literally lifted that shoulder as the hand was coming down for 3, Miley. I don't think I've seen a closer 2.9 count in this evening.
This has everyone on the edge of their seats right now.
Wow.
You don't want to be in that position with Jody.
You've been there once or twice. You know how difficult it can be.
You know exactly what's coming.
Oh, Maki Itoh, though, gaining some momentum. Up, underneath, over, massive DDT. Jody Threat. The eyes are open, the lights are on, but nobody's home. Oh, flipping the bird. Oh, jumping DDT off the middle rope. Jody Threat is out cold. 2, 3. That's it.
She spent that whole match going after Jody's head, and that ended up, that was it. It paid off.
And Maki Itoh flew across the world and got herself a victory for her birthday. Jody Threat just woke up. Says, what happened? As we take another look at it here, off the middle rope, planting Jody Threat, and you can see right there, Jody Threat is out cold.
A standing ovation, look at this.
Absolutely, Maki Itoh looking to extend the hand to Jody Threat here. You love to see sportsmanship, especially in these special matches, these special attractions. These are the matches that make Smash Wrestling great. It's the CANUSA Classic, it's Maki Itoh, and they're going to get some, probably getting some cake here. They're heading off together. Jody Threat doesn't look like she quite knows where she's going just yet.
I don't think she knows what's going on. She might think it's her birthday.
She's on Dream Street here, but what a match. And now it's time to get back to tournament action. Chills, I've got goosebumps on my goosebumps. Just when you thought it was safe,
I'm staying over here.
There was a rift in the timeline. The demon is back. Rosemary is here as the captain of Team Canada. We've seen one of the alters. We've seen Courtney Rush recently on television, but somehow, some way, there was a split. The multiverse opened up once again. And we have to deal with the demon. Rosemary is here, Miley.
Sending shivers down everyone's spine, goosebumps all over.
And this one is only going to get more interesting here as the timelines continue to shift. Jessicka has arrived, the captain of Team USA, and someone that Rosemary is all too familiar with. Rosemary actually defeated Jessicka Havoc, another alternate universe timeline, in CANUSA's past, Miley, to win the whole damn thing.
There's a whole lot of history here. Oh.
And you want to talk history. The bunny, call her Allie, call her whatever you want, Miley. But this is a homecoming of sorts as, well, the special guest referee has arrived.
What an icon.
Bit of an interesting situation we've got here, Miley. Both Rosemary and Jessicka. Lots of history with the bunny. The Bunny, the only one to captain both Team Canada and Team USA in CANUSAs. So it'll be interesting. She could be the only one who could call this one right down the middle.
Stay very impartial right now.
There it is. We're starting to already see. So for fans who don't know a little bit about the backstory here, Allie is the reason that Rosemary exists. Courtney Rush's hair was cut by Allie, and the very first person that felt the wrath of Rosemary as Rosemary was Jessicka Havoc at CANUSA. So there's so much history to unravel here. The Demon looking to, might be a good time to ring the bell.
There's so much more to this than just Team Canada and Team USA right now.
It's that's the basis of this, but Rosemary looking like she's having a bit of a rough day. Jessicka just looking for a match, and the Bunny's just happy to be home, I think.
There's a whole lot of different energies going on right now in this ring.
We've got a bit of a stalemate here, a bit of a standoff. We don't know which demon this is. We don't know who this Rosemary is or what she could bring to the table or how unpredictable she is. Now we're seeing a bit of now the Bunny just.
She's staying impartial.
We're trying to figure out how we're going to get this match started here, but. This is winner takes all. It is 2-2 in the CANUSA Classic, and the winner of this match will win it for their team here. So there's a lot on the line.
Rosemary looking like a madman. She's gonna bring Canada home right now.
Well, and in an alternate timeline as well, you know, Courtney Rush, Jessicka, they know each other quite well, but Jessicka going for a high five, not the time. Not the demon you want to mess with here. Rosemary looking for a bit of a tie-up, but Jessicka just showing she's got a little bit more strength. Oh, just charges at Jessicka and bounces right off.
She's taking herself down.
The Bunny looks a little nervous. Trying to remain out of the way here as here we go again. Rosemary gonna give it another shot here.
Jessica's she's clapping for her. She's supporting her right now.
Rosemary steps on the toes, bites. Can't do that in this universe. And now, see, we knew this might happen. Hurt feelings.
This is no regular wrestling match.
No.
There's a lot of feelings and back and then an emotion in this right now.
Well, and Jessicka is mad at her. She bit her. There's a bit of empathy in this demon, you can tell, because she hasn't ripped Jessica's head off yet, so. Jessicka not happy about this. She wants an apology.
I don't know if Rosemary's going to put up with this. She doesn't seem like she really cares too much. Oh, maybe.
Are we going to see an apology here? I think the only way. Oh! Jessicka caught her coming. Boot to the top of the head. And a big shot to the jaw, and another one for Rosemary. 3. And juking, jiving, going for that elbow. Rosemary underneath, and then she eats the elbow right to the crown of the head here. Jessica's got her up.
Picking Rosemary up with ease.
She just puts her down. I mean, Rosemary did ask to be put down, so down she went, and a big splash across the chest here. 1, 2. Rosemary just gets out the back door, and she needs to take a breather here.
She's getting out of there. That is not a good place to be right now.
We're seeing a fair bit of pouting in this match, Miley. Rosemary feels that she wasn't given a fair shake there. The bunny's counting. Jessicka.
Is she going to go for a count out right now?
No, I think Rosemary's just trying to get a pep talk from of London, Ontario's finest and smallest here. We are at 5.
She's got to get back in there. She's holding it for Team Canada right now.
Well, Allie's at 7. She's not even looking at Rosemary, who's back in the ring. We're back at it here. They're going to lock up. No, Rosemary sidesteps, charging into the corner.
Oh.
And a boot right to the mush. And here we go. Classic Rosemary as she hangs upside down, using the legs. Got to make sure she doesn't get herself disqualified there. Breaks it at the count of 4. It's just crazy to think about the fact that if the bunny wasn't so mean, if she didn't cut the hair of Courtney Rush so long ago, we never would have had to deal with Rosemary. We never would have had those nightmares.
None of this. Oh my goodness, she's unhinged.
Obviously, the bunny not too eager to get involved and get too far into this here.
I'd keep my distance.
Jessicka now eating all those strikes from Rosemary. Across she goes, big splash in the corner. Deceptively strong is the demon. Jessicka, smartest move she could have done is elbow out of that exploder suplex, because that could have been the end of her night. Big bulldog! Down goes Jessicka. Rosemary now firing up, hits the ropes, rolls through it. She's got her in that submission.
Where do you even go from here? She's got to get to those ropes.
Jessicka needs to, oh, hold on now. Rosemary, 2 mouthfuls, 2 handfuls of Jessica's cheeks there. Allie better be careful there. Saying it's unsanitary. Massive headbutt to the midsection of Rosemary there. Jessicka looking to get something going here. Now she's mad, she says. Lots across and a hip directly into the head.
Gotta stay on top of Jessicka if you want to keep them down.
That may be it here. Winner takes all in CANUSA 2023. The winner of this will determine which country becomes the 6th winner. Reverse DDT, down goes Rosemary. Going for that cover, 2. Jessicka just out the back door at the last moment there, saving it for Team USA. As we take a look back here as Rosemary hanging upside down, using leverage to possibly try and choke Jessicka out here.
And the crowd's getting behind Rosemary right now. We've got some Team Canada goers. Oh.
Big back elbow by Jessicka, though, caught Rosemary coming in. And at the same time, 2 feet land on 2 faces. And all of a sudden, both competitors are down. Referee Allie starting the count there. Going quick, she's already at 4. She got to 5. She's proud of herself. You see that, Miley? She's at 6.
Yeah, she's going.
Up to 7. We don't want to see this end in a double count out. Slow down, you're Miley. I'm so confused. There are so many people.
If we had a double count out, would we have to start this all over again?
You know, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm glad we didn't get there. Both competitors back into their feet and throwing hands.
Oh.
The bunny, I think, happy she's in the referee's chair on this one.
Oh,
massive lariat by Jessicka. Massive back elbow. Up to her feet, and Rosemary in a precarious position, body slammed. And a leg drop across the chest of Rosemary. 2, no, just out at the last moment.
Rolled out of that one.
And at this point, it's hard to pick a winner, Miley. Either competitor could walk away with this one. Both have landed strong strikes, and both have got to be running close to empty on the gas tank at this point.
Rosemary using Jessicka's momentum against her.
Face full of turnbuckle there. Rosemary now. Oh, gonna bite her face off. The bunny needs to get in there. Going for that exploder. Oh, exploder suplex. Didn't quite get all the way over. This could be it. No, Jessicka out at just the last moment there. Seeing a bit of frustration on the face of the Demon. Oh, and here we go. Locking in a guillotine, and she's got it in deep. This could be it here. Jessicka looking for a way out, but Rosemary, she's got that guillotine sunk in deep. Crowd chanting for a tap here. They want to see a victory for Team Canada, but no. Jessicka just too big.
Oh.
Turning it into looks like she's attempting a bear hug.
I think we're gone. Oh, wow.
Oh, into a DDT there. Down goes Jessicka. Could this be it? On top, 1, 2, no! Timekeeper almost rang the bell on that one. That may have been our closest cover of the day.
I think that was a 3. I don't know if we're being completely impartial right now in there.
I mean, there's angles to all of these things, but oh, goes for the spear, but runs right into a knee. And a sick kick right across the head of Rosemary. That could be it. Up goes Jessicka now. Looking to drop her. No, hold on now. Rosemary backs out. Big spear. Could this be it? 1, 2, 3.
Oh! Big win for Canada.
The 6th CANUSA Classic wraps up with a 3-2 victory for Team Canada as Captain Rosemary gets the pin over Captain Jessicka in a fantastic match. Overseen by good friends, better enemies. It's been a fantastic evening of Pro Wrestling. Canada just gets the win, but the person who got the first victory, Miley, you started it off for Team Canada. How do you feel seeing Team Canada pick up the victory here?
I'm beyond proud being in London, Ontario, getting that first win, watching this all the way through to see Team Canada on top. And for Rosemary to be the one to bring it home, that's no small thing.
So as is tradition with CANUSA, everybody's gonna get fired up here for a medal ceremony. We go down to Dustin at ringside.
All right, this time we're going to have the medal ceremony. If you will please welcome the participants of this year's CANUSA Classic.
Well, Miley needs to head to the ring for the medal ceremony here. We take a look at some of the action that got us to where we are.
Please welcome Team USA. And Team Canada.
And some incredible action here tonight as we saw Team Canada just barely get the victory, as there were some incredible matches here tonight. I'm gonna head to the ring. I need to hand out some medals. Thank you so much for joining us for CANUSA 2023.
for the CANUSA Classic 2023. Now, I believe Sebastian Swan has the medals here. Now, I would like to mention that due to some flights that had to be arranged, Seleziya Sparx had to be out of here as soon as possible, as did LuFisto and Jody. I don't believe any of them are here. They're on a flight right now. So first, we're going to give out the silver medals to Team USA. Team Captain Jessicka. Janai Kai. Dream Girl Ellie. And Zoey Skye. And now for Team Canada, the gold medals. I think Sebastian Swan ran off with the gold medals. Oh, there we go. The first gold medal going to and now for Team Canada, Miley. Alexia, Nicole. Be careful with this one. And Rosemary. I have also been handed another medal, and this is a gold medal for Team Canada, and it does go to someone who has done a few things that are not ever been done before. Someone who captained both Team USA and Team Canada before. Someone who stepped in to be a special guest referee tonight. A gold medal for the Buddy. There's another medal. The medal now for most valuable performer. So this is actually a vote between everyone in Management of Smash Wrestling. Casey Andrews had a vote, I had a vote. I wasn't bribed, I said. And we collectively and unanimously said the MVP award goes to Dream Girl Ellie. I have been given one final medal, and this one is a gold medal, and it's actually nothing to do with the tournament, really. It says the cutest pro wrestler in the world award, and that is for Maki Itoh. Zoey came prepared with a lighter. One more time, let's hear it for the participants of the 2023 CANUSA Classic!
Taking his sweet time getting in the ring. He sent Halal Beefcake to the back. He said he wants to do it by himself.
Oh, and he plants
The
him.
link in the bio.
Remix connecting.
Oh, pre-workout.
Oh, and the official dragged into the wave. Look at this.
Wait a minute, how many of them are there? What the hell?
This is an assault. Kevin Bennett is the new Smash Wrestling Champion. It's chasing him all over the ring.
My name is Litigator Luke. No body slams allowed!
Oh.
This is devastating! I've come to apologize.
Oh, he hit it.
May I introduce Smash Wrestling Champion, Kevin Bennett!
Oh, and Kevin Bennett for no reason, and they drag him to the outside again. And Psycho Mike, credit where it's due to Psycho Mike. Say what you will about Kevin Bennett, when we talk about big fight feel, and he rips the poster, come on. Oh my goodness, Kevin Bennett is on a roll here. He kicks out, my goodness. And a German suplex kick, there it is, he misses. Oh, and Psycho Mike driver. Could this be it? Psycho Mike 2, no, oh my goodness. He tweaked the knee. Oh my God, off the top with a massive cutter. 1, 2, 3, that's it. Kevin Bennett has won. Litigator Luke has been fired. Oh no. Oh no, referee, hang on, hey, hang on a second here.
Yes.
There it is, your Northern Final. There's no disqualifications in this matchup. It's taking a lot of time. And there it is. They did duck. And that's a body slam. 1, 2, 3. Psycho Mike is going to Super Showdown.
You will prove to everyone here you can do it for yourself. Psycho Mike, Kevin Bennett, King Smash!
Nowhere to hide for the Smash Wrestling Champion as he will be locked inside of a steel cage with a Psycho. Scott, I can't think of anything more terrifying than being locked in a cage with Psycho Mike.